It's possible I took drugs before this episode. I'm not sure.
NyQuil?
What's in this drink? NyQuil? Well, if I fall asleep at this desk right here, you'll know. Welcome to Talk About Scary, the show where we do just that. Talk about scary places. Oh, jeez. Oxygen is my friend.
Nice.
Woo! I feel like my face got real red there.
It's not just the light.
Oh, I'm sorry. We blew the traditional thing. Hey, Adam.
Hey, Clay. How are you?
I'm choking on my drink now.
What do you got there?
Actually, I'm pretty good. This is water.
Oh, okay.
Water in my iron flask. I bring this to work every single day. It keeps everything cool.
Nice. Nice.
KOOL.
Cool.
Cool.
KEWL. For cools.
Anyway, like I said, welcome to Talk About Scary, the show where, you know, we talk about
Scary places.
Scary
places.
And this is actually going to be our first episode ever where we've let the viewers decide the place we're going to talk about. So we had a poll out a couple of weeks ago on our Instagram account.
True story.
And true story. This is a true story.
True story.
And we had a couple different places up for grabs to be the talking factor of this episode. And what you, I'm pointing at the camera, you, the viewer, picked was PITTOCK Mansion. PITTOCK.
Bum, 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 bum.
Or it might actually be pronounced PITTOCK Mansion. I don't know.
PITTOCK.
Anyway,
Mansion.
PITTOCK. PITTOCK.
PITTOCK.
Probably not that. It's probably just PITTOCK, and I'm just
Saying it wrong.
mocking it now.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Still sounds good.
It's located in Portland, Oregon. So I don't think we've really done an episode
In Portlandia?
in the Northwest, the great Northwestian United States.
I've never been to Portland ever, and I've always wanted to go.
I've never been to Oregon, Washington, that whole area. It's fascinating. I love Twilight. I was like, say something. I'm just kidding.
I couldn't help it. I was laughing too hard.
That film series is alright, but I just wanted to poke some fun.
Good stuff. Poking.
Yeah.
Fun.
But anyway, yeah, PITTOCK Mansion, located in Portland, Oregon, has a deep history. Actually, it's really not that deep. When I read up on it, when we talked about possibly having an episode be about this place, I was actually shocked at how basic the backstory is.
Basic bitch.
So, that's like the noise I make whenever you say something cool like that. KOOL.
Cues. Okay, I'm not gonna interrupt you till you can get through the intro. Continue.
Anyway, Henry PITTOCK was born in London, England, but grew up in Pittsburgh. Long story short, his family, including his wife, Georgina, built this mansion, and it was, in essence, supposed to be their retirement home.
Ooh.
They were building it, and long story short, after it was completed, they basically passed away. 5 years later, his wife passed away, and then only about a year after that, he passed away.
Aww.
Henry was best known for being a successful newspaper publisher. So, during the time frame of his lifespan, which was 1834 to 1919,
what's this?
That was
news?
Highly regarded profession. What's this? What?
News papper?
News papper.
Paper? Papper? Oh, my dad told me about those. Is that when they used to print the internet on like trees?
They print the internet on trees. It was a thin, stinky, black and white paper that if you like touched it too hard, came off onto your fingers, and people read it while they either ate breakfast or pooped.
Oh. Weird.
Much like we do with smartphones today.
That's more civilized.
You know you in the bathroom watching this video right now. You know you sitting on that toilet.
Get the squatty if you're in the toilet right now. Put your feet up a little bit higher. It really does help.
And like, I'm cool. I'm KOOL with you watching this show while you's pooping.
Yeah, and if you are doing that at home, please take a picture of yourself and send it to
Please don't give them our email.
overnightdistribution@gmail.com. And
bad idea.
hashtag,
go ahead and post a selfie. Post a selfie of yourself with the hashtag ghost poop.
hashtag ghost poop. Hashtag talk about scary. Hashtag living the dream. Those are the three.
And that's what you're doing today on that throne. You keep on keeping on.
That's right.
You KOOL. This show has gone
down the toilet.
Downhill. Down the toilet.
PITTOCK.
Henry PITTOCK also built a financial empire by investing in real estate, banking, railroads, steamboats, sheep ranching, silver mining, and of course, the paper industry. So it's not like he was just putting out paper internets. He was doing lots of things.
He was the Monopoly guy.
Him and his wife. You with the monocle. I almost said mononicle. That was weird. And then I followed it by telling you that I almost said that. That was weird too.
I'm sorry, I won't interrupt you anymore. Keep going.
Anyway, yeah, in the early 1900s was when they started planning to build the mansion. So like I said, this was their retirement home. And they only got to live there for a short few years before they met the end of their days. After that happened, the mansion sat empty for almost 4 years and was hit by what this website is calling the Big Columbus Day Storm on October 12th, 1962.
Ooh.
The house was pretty damaged. Obviously, hurricane force winds damaged the roof tiles, window panes, and a lot of renovation had to go into the house. It took 15 months to kind of rebuild everything, and nonprofit organizations pitched in because it's now actually a museum. You can actually go take tours and see everything that was left there, and it's been cared for by the family after the two passed away. It stayed in family possession until I believe the late 50s, and then it was actually taken over by the city of Portland.
Sweet.
For ownership.
I love a good museum.
Yeah. So that's a history. So like I said, it's pretty basic. When you break it down, I could have, crunched this down to say a couple built this house, passed away, and then it's now a museum. But I wanted to give you the finer deets.
We appreciate that here. We appreciate it.
Yeah.
Don't we?
Yeah. I don't know. Are we the we or are the viewers the we?
I and the viewers are together on this one.
As the viewer?
The viewers and I appreciate what you have done here. Spinning a yarn, much like Stephen King.
No.
Or J.K. Rowland.
Roland?
Roland with Roland.
Rowling,
is it?
Rowling. You have to move your mouth from the left to right side.
Rowling. J.K. Rowling. We appreciate it. Did a good job there.
I'm not her, but thanks.
So, this place is haunted or what?
Yeah, so since the 1960s. So early on, obviously before any death, or I don't want to call it a tragedy because it was, natural death. There was no murder or anything like that. But before any of that happened, before the restoration, there was nothing. But since the 1960s, visitors have been reporting strange activity on the Pickett Mansion grounds. Pickott. I don't know how to say this.
Pickott. Anyway. Because he's British. He was British, right? I feel like he would have put a little. He would have churched it up a little bit and called himself Pickott.
But he's like from Pennsylvania. Like he grew up in Pennsylvania, so
he's so rich. He was so rich. Yeah. I want to do Pickott. Let's do Pickott.
Poop.
Maybe we can get somebody that writes us a long
newspapers
review saying that we pronounced it wrong, and maybe they'll call us gents. Hello, gents.
Please do, because I've only stated now 4 times in this episode that I don't know how to pronounce it. So again, I don't know how to pronounce it. I'm calling it PITTOCK Mansion because that's how I would pronounce it. So please leave us a review and tell us how I'm wrong. Moving on.
You know who we're talking to.
I just Z-snapped.
Hell's wrong with you? Anyway.
I just pound my chest. I just said what? What? I just glared. Anyway.
Some mansplaining.
You know what's
up. To some men. It was weird. Okay.
Many assume that the ghosts that people have seen are the spirits of Henry and Georgina, his wife, who couldn't spend eternity in their beautiful mansion. Yeah. So, a lot of people think that they've decided to kind of spend their afterlife living luxuriously, baby. It's possible I took drugs before this episode. I'm not sure.
NyQuil?
What's in this drink? NyQuil? Well, if I fall asleep at this desk right here, you'll know. Anyway. Excuse me. 4 bottles of NyQuil is not a lightweight. Anyway, outside though, it's not just inside the walls, it's the whole grounds of the place. So outside, near the northern side of the mansion, visitors have reported hearing the sound of a shovel hitting the ground. Usually it's followed by the sound of heavy footsteps stomping away toward the mansion. Staff believes that these are the sounds of the groundskeeper going about his daily routine when things were good and in their prime. Like the Pittocks, the groundkeeper lived and died in the mansion. But a lot of these websites, including the one I'm reading right now, says this, that no one really feels threatened, and it appears that all of the spirits are kind. But, like I previously said, and I've said a lot of buts and like I previously said, but like I previously said...
I like a big butt.
Big butt, so what? These people seem to just be living the life that they wish they would have had. You know, they passed away earlier than they had planned to, and they're basically just like, well, so?
I'm sorry. Was this show called Talk About Quaint? Talk About Quaint Happenings?
This is like the British version of Talk About Scary. Everything's got to be like nice and down to earth, and there's got to be like tea.
I don't know, man.
And like, if we reference sports, we can't reference like the NBA. It's got to be like
cricket. Oh, jinx! You owe me a trip to the PITTOCK Mansion.
To the what?
PITTOCK.
How about a pinch poke? You owe me a Coke.
You owe me a trip to the PITTOCK Mansion. PITTOCK.
Well, at least you can afford a Coke. I can't afford no trip.
That's how they keep their money. That's how they stay rich, guys. keeping their money. All right.
But going back to the hauntings, and yes, they seem like they're all kind spirits, but it seems to happen on the regular basis. Footsteps of unknown origins have also been reported throughout the grounds and inside the house. Some of the strangest reports involve human-like shapes moving furniture, pictures, and even houseplants from room to room. So it goes past hearing things to actually seeing things. So maybe they're like, you know what? I want to rearrange this room. I've been dead for almost 100 years, and I don't like where that picture is, boy.
It's pretty creepy. Any pictures of it, or did they make any pictures? Any evidence of these things?
I don't have any up on this website, but I do think that there are pictures of this that you can look at. Like I said, I'm on portlandghost.com right now, and they have tour details where you can check it out. Tours have been going on for several years. It's a museum. They operate daily. So, you know, take yourself, take your friends, take a camera.
Take your mom.
Take some pictures.
Tell her I said hi. Not your mom, Clay. I'm just saying.
Like my mom? Oh,
somebody
like someone
else.
take their mom.
Take your mother,
Yeah.
tell her I said hi.
Yeah.
Not your mom. I mean, I would take your mom. She's a lovely person. And she deserves to go to the PITTOCK mansion. I wasn't meaning it.
You can take her.
I guess.
I don't think she has any interest in this.
She seems like a museum gal. Like she would like to go to a museum.
But, like, I don't know if the haunted thing is for her.
Maybe not.
But anyway, let's see. A female employee got the scare of her life. As she closed the building up for the night, part of her job involved turning off all the lights in the mansion. After the lights were off, she began locking all the doors, including the front door to the mansion. As she turned to leave for the night, all of the lights in the mansion switched back on.
Whoo!
At the same time.
That would get my nipples hard. I would be very scared. Back of my neck would be warm.
I mean, like, I wouldn't describe that's probably not what happened to her.
No, I'm saying that would happen to me is what I'm saying.
Happened just as you got scared. That was me, like, making like erect nipple.
That's not the way they sound.
My shirt noises.
No, seriously, that would freak me out.
Like, have a sound box where I can like play that noise. That's not like a common noise that people.
Mine are more like
hear.
Little popping noises.
Just little popping noises.
Like that.
Like when SpongeBob flexes and like a little bubble of a bicep pops up. Just
exactly like that. Actually, exactly like that. No, and sincerely, that is pretty creepy. That's scary.
Mm-hmm.
So what else happened to this liar? Anyway, so this
I'm groaning.
I am not saying that about her, but I am saying she's probably a liar. So what else happened to her? Anything else?
No, just the lights turned on after she turned them all off.
No, she's probably a liar, but anyway, it's very scary. Scary story, though. I would not like that.
We're talking about a mansion, though.
That's why I think it's a lie. I don't think the ghosts have...
There's
they
probably
have to run
like
around all the different rooms and turn all the lights on. That's crazy.
You don't think they could just, like, make it happen?
No. I don't think so. That's a lot of lights. You'd have to have, like, 400 hands hitting light switches. And even if they could manifest more than one hand or be in more than one place at the same time, there's only two people. They did it 400 times. They did it 200 times each. That's a bit far-fetched, my friend. That's a bitter pill to swallow right there. I don't like that one. Now that I've really done the math, I think that lady's full of malarkey.
Well, when you're dead and you're like, why do I have 398 extra arms?
What
do I do with these? I guess I can flip 400 light switches.
Oh, God. The sound of your voice. What would you're dead? Just squirted right out of my nose. It hurts so bad. Oh, okay.
Deserved.
It's deserved, but still, pretty flimsy. What else you got for me?
Okay, well, there have been plenty of other eerie hauntings reported in this mansion from visitors, staff over the years.
Okay.
Just a lot of guests have seen a lot of things. Let's just put it that way. There are pictures. I have some pictures up now of this room that looks like a nursery, and another room that looks like, I guess, a master bedroom. Although we're talking about a mansion that was 16,000 square feet.
It's a big ass
So
mansion.
this is probably one of 5 master bedrooms. So I don't know what I'm looking at here. This is when their family's pet frog, when they're like kids came to town and their pet frog needed a room. This was probably where their pet frog slept.
Nice.
The size of my house. Anyway.
Pet snail probably now. The pet snails are a thing now.
Yeah. But like I said, there have been portraits moving that it appears shadows have actually grabbed and moved around and put in different places. Windows have opened and closed by themselves.
Okay.
Which I could see windows closing by themselves, but unless they're like the swing ones, why would they open? I mean, if they're more like the traditional, like where you push them up, like that's pretty weird too. There have been floating bodies that have been seen throughout the house, and I don't have a picture in front of me right now, but I bet you if I look it up, there's probably something.
Floating bodies.
Because this description actually states that specifically it's usually an old lady, maybe the same old lady. I don't know. It could be multiple. It could be that of Mrs. PITTOCK herself. No one knows.
Well, no one else
And
really
then
died there before them, so it's probably just those two.
Oh yeah, but that's what I'm saying is, you know, they're rich and they live there and they want to retire there after they're dead. Maybe they got their like poor friends that also live near them after they died to come party with them.
Is that how that works?
And they're like, well, I don't know. I'm not dead. Are you dead?
I'm feeling a bit of dead inside about this story, but
that was terrible. But anyway, let's just look at it in perspective. If it's believed that they decided to stay there because they worked so hard on this retirement home that they want to enjoy it longer than the 5 years that they got to before they died, what's to say that they couldn't bring a friend over with them? And I know we haven't really talked about something that this almost seems happy and joyful and, you know, like they got the best and the happiest ending that you could possibly get out of life.
yeah, I would subscribe to that belief. I if that's the way it goes, I would like that. That's nice. Yeah.
I mean, I think a lot of people, like, if you just died and you're like, well, that's it, and all that's left is you get to be a ghost. I would probably travel, go see some things that I haven't seen, but unless I found something really worth staying at, I would probably want to keep close to family that was still alive or places that I grew up around and was familiar with. So, I mean, I think it makes perfect sense in how most people would probably perceive the afterlife if that's all the afterlife consists of. Just saying.
Yeah. I guess I'd probably go haunt a GameStop then, and just sit there and.
A GameStop?
Yeah, I'm a gamer. I play a lot of video games. You know that about me.
You just go take the games from the GameStop. Don't haunt the GameStop. Just take it.
Well, I'm not.
They move their portraits. Why can't you just get your PS5 games and go home?
That's right. My PS5 games. That's what happens when you're an actor. People gift you PS5s.
PS5 games?
PS5s.
Oh, just PS5s. You have multiple and you're not willing to share?
They're gifts. It's a gift. Come on. You get gifts, don't you?
My kids draw for me.
It's nice. Well, it seems to be a really nice story, though. I gotta tell you, I like it, because most of the time, it's someone's died and they're murdered, and something horrible happened, and they constantly haunt the place. We told so many stories like this. So this one's different. I dig it. I dig what you're laying down.
Another big one that I'm seeing, probably the last big thing that I'll talk about, because I know we're running low on time, is boots walking around without legs. But it's not like ghost boots. It's like actual boots. Like, the people have seen them, like, take a couple of steps, and then they can actually go and, like, pick up the boots and look at them and be like, what the heck?
I would pay to see that. That sounds dope.
But that kind of sounds like the portrait. It kind of sounds like, for whatever reason, I don't know if it's just because the two of them built this house and they're, like, connected to it, they seem to be able to, like, pick up and move things because they're theirs. They owned it. It's their boots. It's their portrait.
It's like Beetlejuice without Michael Keaton. Just the two.
Yeah.
That sounds awesome. I love Beetlejuice. It's fantastic.
It's interesting. I think it's a pretty solid story. So,
well, I for one like it,
and definitely worth checking out. It doesn't sound scary, but I bet you if you're there, it's it's scary.
Hey man, if all the lights turn on in the house, if in the mansion, boots walking around without anybody in them, disembodied boots, or
yeah, it's gonna make my nipples erect.
Or you know, whatever you want to say for being scared. But I would be terrified of that. It doesn't have to be a horrible occurrence. Just having that happen would be pretty scary. All right.
The PITTOCK Mansion is open daily, February through September, if you're interested. Mansion tours of the museum cost $11 for adults, $8 for kids, 18 and under. Entrance to the grounds is always free, so you can actually walk around the outside for no charge if you're interested.
That's a bargain right there.
Located at 3229 Northwest PITTOCK Drive, Portland, Oregon, 97210.
Nice.
Thanks for watching. I'm going to say it. Creep it real.
You said it.
And we'll see you next time.
Bye, guys.
And just remember, hashtag ghost poop.
This has been a very gross episode.